Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of Crypto Tips. My name is Heidi.
And I'm Toby.
And today we are going to address a really common question that I'm seeing all over the place on social media. Every day I'm logging in, I'm seeing people ask this question. Hey, I'm brand new to cryptocurrencies. What coins should I buy? First off, welcome to cryptocurrency world. You are entering at a very interesting time. Some people might say we're in uncharted territory. Basically, some people are thinking there might be a bear market looming around. Regardless, I firmly believe that this point in time is a very good time to be buying cryptocurrency. You want to buy when people are scared. You want to look at the fear and greed index and you want to see a small number, basically, which is where we are right now.
Yeah.
So,
and with that said, we did put out a letter to our Patreon members telling them what we think is happening.
Yeah.
And it's just pretty much we go back in history and we can kind of figure out where we are headed right now. So
yeah, and by now there's a ton of historical data going back from the multiple different Bitcoin bull runs to see what's happening to kind of gauge where we are. A lot of interesting ideas and opinions on that. Actually, also, in addition to our CT Club, if you want to join that, it's our paid membership group. It's down below in the video description. Also, I do a free weekly newsletter. It actually just went out today, going over all these different data indicators that can help be a tool in your belt to be a more educated investor in times like these. Anyway, here's the disclaimer for this video. This is not investment advice. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Basically, what we're talking about today is what we would do ourselves, and that's the best that we could ever do. That's basically the premise of everything that we do here on Crypto Tips. So let's say you have $1,000. What would you put into in crypto right now?
So if you're brand new to cryptocurrencies, and you're probably not going to have Bitcoin and Ethereum, I would go 50-50, half Bitcoin, half Ethereum, and leave it long term. Don't even look at it. Just have fun. Maybe occasionally, check your portfolio or whatever, just to see or whatever. But that's pretty much what we're going to do. What I would do if I was a brand new person. It's just an easy way to get yourself, get your feet wet, and to be part of the game, because it is going to be incredible. We've just started this space. This space has a long way to go, and very exciting future.
Also, just because Bitcoin and Ethereum are, I think, the strongest cryptocurrencies that exist, obviously Bitcoin being the one that started it all. Not to say that crypto is a zero-sum game at all. There's definitely plenty other cryptocurrencies to explore. But if you're new, talking about the safest option in cryptocurrency investments, got to go with Bitcoin for its network effect, and also with Ethereum for its network effect. There's a ton being built on Ethereum and being developed there. So can't deny that. Okay, so now let's say you have a solid foundation in Bitcoin and Ethereum. You've seen it perform pretty well. You've maybe taken some profits. Maybe let's say now you have $1,000 worth of profits and you want to spread it out into other altcoins. What would Toby do?
Okay, so I would split up my 1,000 into 5 different parts. So 20, 20, 20, 20, 20.
20%.
Yeah, 20%. And so I would start out with ADA. I'd buy 20% of ADA and stake it on Yoroi or ADA Lite or something like that. I guess you're making like 5% a year. Yep. And with that, you're betting on Charles to really come through on his smart contracts, which will produce crazy amounts of transaction speeds and make it really cheap, which is what DeFi needs. Speaking about DeFi, I would also get some Matic as well. It's a layer 2 solution, incredible amounts of speed, and it really helps the network because you know how ETH gets kind of congested and stuff, and the network fees skyrocket and it becomes slow and stuff. Mm-hmm. All these things kind of help out with that. Okay, so the third one would be Solana, and I really liked Solana. I like playing around, especially on Radium DEX. But Solana it's a brand new ecosystem. Hasn't been around, the block like.
Not very long at all.
Yeah.
Which is the big, for me, that's the biggest drawback and risk of Solana is just how new it is.
Yeah.
surely Bitcoin was brand new as well. So was Ethereum. They've proved themselves over time. But with great risk comes great reward. This is the risk for me with Solana, is how new it is.
Yeah, and I mean, they do have like these developers from Solana. They worked at Qualcomm for about 13 years, and they have experience on blockchain, and they actually created this thing called proof of history, which really speeds up the transactions like crazy. So I think it's like 56,000 transactions a second, and per 300 milliseconds. So it's like beyond fast.
Basically, they've reorganized or changed the type of data that's required to be recorded in a transaction, and they've streamlined it to the point where it's like super fast.
Yeah, definitely, and it's super cheap too, because I think with $10 you can send 1 million transactions.
Yeah.
Try that on ETH.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking a lot about Solana, but we are like equally bullish on all of the coins that we're saying today. Cardano, we've been holding for nearly 4 years. We got a lot of slack actually from that video that we did on Cardano recently, which is really interesting because like 90% of the things that we said were positive about it. But it's interesting, people get this kind of thought in their head and they just run with it no matter what you are actually saying. Definitely bullish about Cardano, not only because, finally they're going to be rolling out smart contracts hopefully very soon, but also purely because it's been around for several years. It's survived the past bull run and bear market. It is still a relevant coin. So that lends itself to, justifying to be bullish on Cardano for sure.
Sure. Okay, so the next one would be Binance.
Yeah.
That's hard for you, Heidi. But yeah, it is, because it is like the largest, most popular exchange.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you've ever used like PancakeSwap, it's pretty easy and it's a lot of fun,
and do a lot of token burnings as well. So it's, a deflationary coin. There's a lot. I've said a lot of things about Binance and its CEO, CZ Binance, but you have to separate. At a certain point, you have to separate kind of your emotions and kind of the facts of the matter of it is, at this point, a very popular exchange. And, did you say he's very innovative?
Yeah, he is very innovative and incredibly ambitious. Just look at his roadmap. Like,
he's very ambitious. And so, to be profitable in a time like this and to have survived, again, that bear market and still be super relevant again during the next bull run is pretty bullish. So it's looking pretty good for BNB.
Okay, so the next one is a hard fifth because,
it's a tie.
It's between AAVE and DOT.
Yeah.
I love DOT with their parachains. I think it could work really well with like interoperability. Also, it's and AAVE is great for a lending platform.
Decentralized lending.
Yeah,
it's epic.
Pretty great.
And it's been time tested, battle hardened.
Oh, for sure. It's been around for a long time.
Yeah, and they've launched also on Matic. So, they're pretty advantageous about, these partnerships that they launch on taking advantage of second layer solutions like Matic lends itself to the success of AAVE as well.
Yeah.
So
so
brings it more accessible for people.
Definitely. And if you had an extra $100 that your grandmother might have sent you or whatever for Christmas, maybe get some Filecoin as well.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on with that.
Yeah, but we'll stick with what we have already.
And also, furthermore, ADA, Matic, and Solana have performed quite well. They've been kind of anomalies, right, compared to the other general market trend. Mm-hmm. Obviously, by now, a lot of things are getting caught up with it. Solana, too. Welcome to crypto and the volatile markets. But everything's red. We're seeing blood in the streets, and this is when you should be looking at buying cryptocurrency. If you want to learn more about how to be ahead of the trend, not to be a sheep, I definitely suggest you join the free newsletter. Again, the link is down below in the video description. And
check out what we're doing. It's easy. Like, our Patreon members know exactly what we're doing, and even my thoughts, because I think right now it's really important to, since we are veterans in this space, we understand more of kind of where this space could probably go, because we've experienced like these crazy dips. I mean, if you think a 54% dip in Bitcoin was crazy, March 2020, that was a 60-something% dip, you know,
Yeah.
and that brought it down to 30-something hundred. That was a crazy dip.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're here.
3,000.
Yeah, so we can tell people that and go, all right, this is what we're
Yeah.
doing and whatever, and maybe we can catch another dip if that comes about, which would
Yeah.
be amazing if it did.
Yeah, so it's all about preparing and being advantageous, and
Exactly.
that's what we're here for. So thank you everyone for joining in today and for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, if you found it helpful, please leave a like and leave your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, you guys are pretty good with that. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe with the bell notification turned on so you can get more videos like this when they come out. In the meantime, we'll see you again very soon. So stay happy, stay healthy.
And stay disobedient, don't follow the sheep.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.